Hey guys, Lemon02, currently doing draft number 3. That card's got to be bad. It's probably just Time of Ice, because Time of Ice is a bomb. Vicious Offering is a good common in the pack. Yeah, and so is Skittering Surveyor, but I think Time of Ice is the right pickup here. Two-Headed Giant. That card seems really good. So is Shivan Fire, though. So does Blink of an Eye. Blue-red it is. I'm going to try this card out. I figured the double, if they both go up tails, it's like you just, lose the game, or like the thing dies, which is basically you lose the game. But they're two pretty relevant effects. I mean, either one means they don't really want to block you because they're losing a bunch of crap, right? Oh, well, I guess... No, never mind. No, if they pull up tails and heads, then it's just a 4/4. But 4/4 for 4 is still fine, I think. Urza's Tome's pretty cool, too. Keldon Overseer is a powerful card. That card seems very investment heavy. Divination's not bad. What does this card do? It's a mill card. Keldon Overseer is kind of expensive. I think I'm going to try the uncommon here. I think to complement the Time of Ice, I'm going to get this G2 Lava Runner. Try to go into Wizards here. I'm going to need to obviously get effects like Divination at some point, but Time of Ice should give us a lot of time. The Giant's not horrible either. I mean, he's a decent-sized guy. Maybe it was more correct. I should have read that card a little better, I guess. Tails and heads, it's just that's a 4/4 at that point. But it is a rare, so it's generally good, I think, to try rares out at a minimum. The upside on this card is obviously quite big. Obviously not as much on Menace, but Double Strike is huge. Black appears open. Howling Golem must not be good. I don't think Dauntless Bodyguard should be this late, but I'm going to pick up a G2 Lava Runner here. Try to really force this deck. Syncopate? Syncopate or a Divination? I think this deck is going to be happier with a Syncopate. It's kind of like an aggro control deck. I do want some Divinations, but I've seen 3, so one is possibly going to wheel. No one wants 3 Divinations in their deck unless LSV's in this cube. I should just check real fast to see if he is or not, but I think we'll... Oh, Happy Clam's back in this one. We just lost to him in the finals last game. Very, very tight matchup. And then Urza's Tome is kind of an iffy one. It's an uncommon, so I think it's worth trying. I have seen it be good in a couple of matchups. I saw it be really sweet with Squee. It basically became just a Jame Day, a more efficient Jame Day Tome. Well, Keldon Warcaller is kind of interesting with the Time of Ice. I don't think Warcry Phoenix is a bad card. Folks obviously don't care for it. I already have 2 4s, though. I think we're going more aggro here. How aggro are we going to be, though? I already have 20 Dampening Spheres because I kind of speculated on the card. Yeah, Frenzied Rage, get in there. Yeah, I'll pick up a Joust. Pick up a random... Oh, is Short Sword or 2/2? Probably 2/2. I already have the Lance. I already have the... I don't think this is an Urza's Tome deck, by the way. Pick up cool Gaia's Art. That's bad. I'll pick up this cool art. Well, Dub is the most playable card, but we're not going to hate draft. Yeah, I'll start this thing for now. No one likes this thing, but you do get to draw the card first. It's on your turn. Or when he blocks. Obviously not as good when he blocks, but I think in a deck like this where overall card quality is apparently quite low. Do we want this effect? I may even start this effect. Seismic Shift is a bad card, but like if I get enough like 2 and 1 and 3 drops, like I may run it. Plus, it also does kind of give me another sorcery to combo out with this thing. Skirk Prospector, get in my sideboard. That's where the only place you're ever probably going to be played in this format. And then a Forest. Cool. To go with my pretty Gaia's art. Pretty Gaia's, Gaia's Blessing art. What does this thing do? That seems pretty good. Cloud Reader Sphinx is also awesome. I definitely don't want a secondary Urza's Tome. This is a wizard, but wizards are getting cut. This is just a human rogue. These are all 1 toughness or less, right? That's a 1/3. Pick him up. Siege Gang Commander? Yeah, I'm friggin' in. That card's a bomb in Limited. I'm surprised it's still in there. Yeah, that's very good card quality. Siege Gang's a beast. I guess we were seeing a lot of red in that first pack, so I mean, our base color is certainly red. Blue is getting sniped off. So are a lot of the wizards, and the divinations, none of the divinations came back. So I would have liked to pick up 1. I think like 1, maybe 2 in this deck. Howling Golem. I don't think this card's playable. Seismic Shift is pretty low quality as well. Jousting Lance is so aggressive. I mean, it's okay, I guess. Time of Ice and Siege Gang are our 2 best cards. Siege Gang's probably better than Time of Ice, but they're close. And the reason I say that's because Siege Gang just does something all on his own. Like, if they're not playing creatures, Time of Ice is hot garbage. But they probably are unlimited. But Siege Gang is just a beast. Skizik? Or Cloud Reader? I think Cloud Reader is the better card. And I think Skizik has a higher chance of wheeling, and there's not really much else than the Keldon Warcaller that I would take out of this pack. Yeah, no. No thanks. Well, there's not much for us in this, is there? I don't think we're going to dump our hand fast enough. Maybe Radiating Lightning for the sideboard. Or a Short Sword for the main. I only have 9 critters right now, though. Vicious Offering is probably the best card in this pack, next to Aven Sentry. Well, correction. Call of the Cavalry, Vicious Offering, same power level. Aven Sentry next. And then... Oh, Llanowar Elves too. That's actually a good pack. It's just not good for us. I'm going to pick up this sideboard option. It's probably good against someone. What does this do again? Sacrifice Artifact or Goblin. Alright, kicker. Sacrifice an Artifact or Goblin. I have 1 Goblin in my deck. I have the Siege Gang as well, though. It's probably the removal here. Easily a Shivan Fire. Yeah. Sage of Latnam. Huh. Well, red got a little more cut from this direction. Really probably want some more 3s. But 3s should not be hard to get. If we don't get 3s, maybe we just run the Urza's Tome because we can do that on turn 3. I don't know. We have Siege Gang, which is a bomb. Cloud Reader Sphinx, which is great. Time of Ice, great. Actually, our card quality is not bad. Here. I don't think I want another Aura in this deck. Do I want the Void? Probably not. I don't think I would run it here. I'll probably pick up a Warlord's Fury. It does cycle, and if I have to run it, I may run it. I guess this new Umezawa is actually not bad with the tokens off Siege Gang either. You know what is good against Siege Gang, though, is Radiating Lightning. That card seems very good against Siege Gang Commander. His deck's kind of in a weird spot. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I want a 1-3. I think I'm happier with a Fervent Strike in this deck. I actually don't have bad creature count right now, although I really don't think I want to run the Howling Golem. Maybe I do. Yeah, I'll pick up another Gitu Lava Runner. Short Sword? Yeah, I mean, possibly. This card is unblockable. Easily pick this. This card's actually playable. It's not like highly playable, but it is playable in the black-green deck, where you just make a bunch of Thalids. I haven't really seen that deck pass to us yet, or maybe I discount it. I don't know. Okay. Well, considering there's nothing else we really want, we'll probably take this guy, and we do want 3s. I wouldn't mind the Bloodstone Goblin coming back. And we do have a Frenzied Rage, a Short Sword, a Jousting Lance. Squee is probably what I'm about right now, and actually he combos out very well. What does this card do? Just a lot of mana. Relic Runner. Don't really have a lot of historic spells, though. I have 2, 3. I'm going to pick up Squee here, I think. He's actually quite strong. And he's a Goblin. Actually, that's kind of cool. He's a combo with Siege Gang Commander, and he's a combo with Goblin Barrage. Yeah, Squee's actually actively pretty good in this deck. And he actually is a combo as well with Urza's Tome, because you can draw a card, discard a card, unless you exile a historic card from your graveyard, which he is legendary, and then he can be cast from the exile zone. So, it's kind of cool. Oh, another Squee! Diligent Excavator's bad. This card is sweet, but, like, this takes a lot to get there. It's just huge, though. Yeah, Squee, get in there. Get in there, Squee. Oh. So, Goblins. You know. And actually, you don't feel as bad getting your Squee killed if you attach a Jousting Lance or a Short Sword to it, or put a Frenzied Rage on it. It's just a 1-for-1 at that point, although it's a vast tempo dump. Probably Deep Freeze or Frenzied Rage. Do we just go deep on Frenzied Rages? We're at 15 critters. I really don't want to play the Howling Golem. How much removal do I have? Not a lot. I have, like, Siege Gang, Barrage, Time of Ice, and Shivan Fire. Frenzied Rage is compelling, though. To go all in on our legend here. And our Squeeze, because it's not bad with Squee. I think Deep Freeze is such a greater quality card, though. What does this thing do? That card's a beast. It's a lot of mana, though. I think we're going to be... I don't like Deep Freeze. Oh. Yeah, pick up Deep Freeze here. Ooh. Well, let's consider this. Juggernaut is big. How many, like, instants and sorceries are we casting? Like, none. Like, Shivan Fire, Fervent Strike, Syncopate. That's it. It's either that or Jug. Jug is just big. I'm going to pick up Juggernaut. Plus, he can't be blocked by walls. I'm making walls by Deep Freezes. Yeah, Goblin Barrage, I think. Golden Raider's not bad either, but yeah, I'll pick up more removal. Yeah, I'll pick up a 4/3. I think at that point, though, it's probably too many of those. I'll pick up another Goblin. Yeah, so we basically are blue-red Goblins. I don't think that's a deck, but we got to cut a decent bit here. Run Amok is probably not terrible in this deck. Rescue for board. Oh yeah, Frenzied Rage. Get in there. Like, just get in there. Howling Golem is bad. Oh yeah, more Frenzied Rage. Just all the rage. So much rage. I mean, against like light removal decks, it's not bad. The Chronicler. So what do I think of this deck? I don't know. I don't like Rampaging. Rampaging Cyclops is better in a defensive deck than it is in an aggressive deck. I'm trying to curve tech this thing. I don't think we're going to have time for Syncopate, so I think we can cut it. It's good to bring in if we just know they have a bomb we can't beat. We're going 16 in this deck, though. Yeah, we need to put some more lands in, obviously. Probably cut. One Frenzied Rage, one Gitu, a Lava Runner. And one of something else. Probably not the Flyer. I honestly don't know here, guys. Maybe Run Amok? We don't have a ton of tricks, though. Maybe a Warcaller. Yeah. Is 4 islands good enough for 5 cards? I think I'd feel better with 1 more island in this deck. No, that's probably right. Well then, don't want more. Part of me really wants another Frenzied Rage in this deck. Am I crazy? I feel like it's not bad. Nah, that's crazy. We got a lot of removal. Our creatures are going to be able to get through. I think 1 is fine. The Lava Runners are probably never going to have haste or +1/+0, but it's kind of the argument for Run Amok. It gives us, well, basically exactly 2. Maybe the Lava Runners are actively bad. Nah, I want the creature density. I don't think I want more 4s. That's a lot of 4s already. So, what do we think of this? Hands keepable. A lot of 4s. Again, why we don't want more 4s. Well, we have a 2-drop. So, we're on the draw, which is possibly not bad with this hand. I'm going to keep this. Okay. This, thanks, man. Yeah, well, we kind of want to draw lands, but he's a 3-drop, which, is castable if we draw another land in the next 2 turns, which would be ideal. I mean, we're playing 16, so it's a little bit lighter than the last deck. Okay, well, Lava Runner is at a minimum castable on the following turn, but I'm going to cast my 2/2 out. Has a higher likelihood of trading with something if I need to trade with something. Nothing. Okay. Land. Come on, deck. Land me. You gonna kill my 2/2? Cool. Vicious Offering or whatever that card is. -2/-2. I'm fine with the Bloodstone Goblin getting blown up here. I'm probably not going to play that out right now. Into 3 open black mana, that seems dubious at best. I'll play that out if I can't do anything better and they're tapped out. Well, we're going to miss on lands here, which sucks. Being on the draw and missing for, was that 4 draw steps? 3 draw steps. It's pretty rough. But eventually you'll hit them. Yeah, they're not really doing anything, so... Still doing nothing. They have, like, the Demon Lord or whatever. Alright, well, I'm willing to cast out my my Validuk, or whatever this thing is, Keeper of the something or another. What would be cool is if they kill something in mid-combat. Yeah, they're not going to eviscerate one of these things. They both kind of suck. They'll eviscerate this dude, though. If they tap out for a threat on their next turn, I get to put Frenzied Rage on it, though. Yeah, I was gonna say they're keeping something. Like there's no way that this thing's gonna sit around for a whole turn. Okay, a Sentinel, a Drudge Sentinel. Let's frenzy it up. Oh yeah. Get in there, you frenzied bastards, you. Well, if they want to trade for our 1-drop, I am cool with that. They could have the -1/-1 thing that gives them a Thallid, and they could double block the 4/3, but they'd lose their Drudge Sentinel plus. They basically would trade for the whole board. Okay, this is fine with me. I don't mind trading for my 1/2. Oh, okay. Cool by me. I assume they have a way to kill this thing. They attacking? Alright, they have removal for my silly goblin. I'm just going to go to combat. I'm not even going to try equipping this sword. I mean, if it hits, it is better, but like the tempo loss is pretty great, and I'd rather just equip the Keldon Warcaller. Alright, well, now I feel dumb. Yep, I feel a little dumb, but hey, what are you going to do? I figured I was just going to be equipping up the Keldon Warcaller after combat, because on 5 lands, like, what are they playing? You know, like, they have to have removal of some sort, right? They could vicious... Oh, they're just going to concede. Wow, they kept a bad hand. Yeah, that's on them. I mean, I don't feel bad about that. Like, if you don't have anything and, like, you keep, like, an all-land hand, like, dude, you're going to lose. Like, that's not how this format works. Yeah, you can keep slower hands, but, like, what was the payoff? Maybe they were, like, 2 to 3 color, and, like, they just... Or maybe they were 2 color and just needed, like, 1 land of a certain sort to kind of go off. That feels more likely, because, like, whatever they kept on 7 seemed really greedy. But, like, black removes things, so, like... You know, if you have that many swamps, I assume you have some good black cards, too. I mean, not other than just removal, because removal gets splashed and, like, everything, right? Hand's great. Hand's just perfect. Yeah, we got, like, short swords and, like, 2/2s and, like, frenzied rages. Like, this hand's phenomenal. Like, it's probably the best hand ever in Magic, but, yeah. And if you didn't know, I'm being, completely facetious. Oh yeah, short swording it up. Look at that short sword. Oh, what is going on here, opponent? Okay, I was gonna say, man, like, what are you doing to yourself? All right, that card I don't care. It's a 2/2. I've got a 2/2 as well, and it may even be frenzied up. It's better to save the Goblin than it is the Human Warrior, because the Goblin can actually be used with Goblin Barrage, so I have 2 of in the deck, and with the Siege Gang, which is like my big finisher here. They can try to out-tempo us. I'm going to try to win through the combat step, so unless it presents lifelink, I'm not blocking here. Because if they want to blow up my my Bloodstone Golem... Okay, just a Drudge Sentinel. We'll cast out the old Bloodstone here. And I don't think they're going to want to block here. And if they're just trying to leave up regeneration mana, cool. Yep. Hmm. Yeah. I'm going to force them to have the Vicious Offering here, because Eviscerate doesn't work. If they have the Vicious Offering, they have to sack a creature here. Yep, that's what I thought. And if they do it there, then I can equip the Short Sword up and attack into the Drudge Sentinels and not get blocked. You just tap down. Oh, actually, they can't block it. That's right, Menace. That's why I did it. Yep, kind of figured. Which is fine. It's a 2-for-1 in either direction, so that is that. 2-for-1 in either direction, and yeah, you got a guy that takes 3 mana to block my dudes, so they don't, win through him. Okay. Well, you're going to cast a relevant spell, or you're going to sit back and be defensive. I don't really care. I think my deck's going to eventually be favored by that. Alright, a wall. Well, evidently a wall that can be made to be indestructible. But if they're playing uncommon walls, I tend to be fine with that. I just need to get incremental damage in and then eventually Siege Gang, commander them out. Trade, okay. Yeah, I'm fine trading for my 1/1 here. I don't think I'm going to Fervent Strike. Then I get something better than that. Okay. Switch the sword up, because I'd rather get 2 in than 1. Yeah, when they have a wall in. Okay. Alright. Some silly witch. Alright. Well, I'm going to smash into this. Because I have Fervent Strike. And Fervent Strike does get me closer to getting the Gitu Lava Runner up a little bit. Okay, okay. Yep. I'll trade for your crappy... I'll trade your bad card for my bad card. And just open up the board a bit. And hope to draw into Siege Gang here, because we've kind of gotten stifled here. Okay, this card's a bomb. Well, Goblin Barrage, please. Yep. Or Shivan Fire would be good. The wall thing would be good, the Deep Freeze. This card is not good. But I could always, double or triple block this thing. I only got 1 knight. Could tap to destroy my silly Tetsuko. What happened here? Eviscerate? Oh, settle the score. Okay. Okay, I gotta say I'm fine with that. Well, when aggro goes wrong, right? Yeah, we've drawn, obviously, way too many lands here. We're a card deeper in our deck, and, yeah, I've just missed. I do think our deck is better than our opponents. This card right here, this Knight, is good, but it's obviously a double mana cost requirement. They have, walls and crap like that in their deck, so... They're playing 4 mana walls. I feel pretty good. Yep, you got me. Get in there. I'll block them next turn, or you can destroy them. Yep, okay, where am I? May just be dead. Are we just dead? I mean, he gained some life, but life is not really that relevant at this point. My life is important, but his is not. I have to gain control here. Okay, well, squee. And gotta leave back some blockers, that's for sure. And we're gonna destroy some threats. Okay. Hang back. Taking one in the air. Yeah, when you're using combat tricks to do damage, I think you tend to be doing it wrong. I mean, like, if they win you the game, you do it, but I don't think you give me a full turn to draw. I think you just wait. Because I do not think his life total, like, even though he was 6 less than this, I don't think it was that relevant. I think his life total, he had a lot of time to play with until I was able to close the game out. But I'm going to lose this one. That's for sure. Okay, well, we're getting attacked for lethal in the air, but we know he has a Quindy, which... Oh, that's pretty cool. So his creatures that have first strike get double strike, but he doesn't really have a lot of first strikers that we've seen. Have we seen any here? Nope. Okay, well, let's go ahead and concede, because we're losing this game. They drew 4 lands, we drew 7? 6? 7. Yikes. So, is Warlord's Fury good enough? Probably not. They were playing some random 1 toughness things. Is Radiating Lightning good enough? Probably not. They had some 1/3s too. Seismic Shift is interesting. Up to 2 creatures can't block this turn. I think we resubmit here. Like, yeah, we just gotta draw better. 16 land deck, had 7 of them in our. I'm gonna keep this, and I'm gonna have to demise because this is like 1 too many lands, but it has good removal. Has a 1 and a 2 drop. The 1 drop obviously doesn't attack, but yeah, I think this is a keepable hand. If we ever get Squee, Goblin Barrage becomes really good, right? This deck is at least cool. It's got some cool stuff going on. So, Mountain, Sword, go. Sword is a card I'm really not that high on, to be honest with you. Like, the more I play, maybe I want to take it out of the deck. Maybe I do. Deep Freeze is a good one. Powerful removal. So this hand has a threat and 2 pieces of removal. Can't complain too much about that. Probably getting Vicious Hungered here, which stinks, but hey, what can you do? Maybe not. Oh, cool. It is a Squee. I'm going to lose a damage here, but I'm going to get a 2-1 on the board. And he's a 2-1 that actually combos very well with Goblin Barrage. Play something that I want to kill. Play like that, I don't know. I don't know what I want him to play. Most things are probably fine for them to play here, though. Alright, Divest. Yeah, I have no creatures in my hand, so you just burned a card off. Divest also not a combo against Squee. Which I have 2 in this deck. I think it's funny that I have 2 Squees in my deck. Not very often that you get 2 rares. I guess that people aren't high on the card. I think the card is pretty good once you get Goblin Barrage and whatever that silly thing is. If you want to trade for my Squee and I can replay my Squee, I am down. I am down. And if you have the +2/+2 indestructible trick, then I'll trade for my Bloodstone whatever thing. Oh, I guess I forgot. That thing does have first strike. Not irrelevant. Not irrelevant at all. Play him back out. But we got in 3 damage, and Squee is still around. Still kicking. I think the other way to get rid of Squee is to, like, bounce him and shuffle him back in the library, or, like, control magic him. Maybe condemn him. Yeah, condemn. Terminus. I guess you could deep freeze him as well. There are ways to do it in the format. Like enchantment-based removal probably will deal with him pretty well. Well, anything you play, I don't have an issue. Okay. Oh, we're going to get in there with Squee. Don't think I'm going to barrage the silly Disciple, though. Just play out our Flowstone here. And I'll switch the sword over, because I think it's likely that they want to cast something that I'm going to want to blow up with Squee. Or blow up using Squee on Goblin Barrage to do 4 to them as well. Ideally, we'd hit another mountain. Okay, you're going to dub this thing? Okay, I can tell you about how well that's going to go. You're getting barrage, mountain. Oh, or we could just draw that nonsense. Alright, man. Time of Ice. Yep. God's love be with you. And next turn we assuredly have 4 damage. And whatever you play is going to get tapped, so you need to play multiple creatures. Do not envy their position whatsoever. Actually, we just need to hit with the Bloodstone Golem. Okay, Sentinel getting tapped. Okay, so that's just game, I think. Million barrages. Alright, this is tapped. Okay, that should be it. Oh, I guess I should have done that as well, because it is technically a kicker, because I'm sacrificing a goblin in this case. Okay, yeah. Just go for the win. This deck does seem pretty cool that we're playing right now. I like it. It's like aggro with some random value ounce. But we haven't got to draw Siege Gang yet. Maybe Siege Gang's too slow. I can't imagine it's too slow in this format, though. This format seems like it's more mid-rangey to controlling. Aggro's not, I think, bad, but you have to tell my friends I had drafted Blue-Red Goblins. I think Blue-Red Wizards is like the flagship deck, but yeah. Again, another like best hand in Magic, right? Like, you know, 1-drop and Fervent Strike, right? No, but in actuality, this hand's fine. It can cast its 2 threats down. It has a Fervent Strike to play tricks, and then it's got Goblin Barrage to remove something, do some damage, and accrue some value with Squee. This card sucks. Yeah, they're gaining life against an aggro deck, but that card does absolutely nothing on its own. You don't even draw a card off, you just gain the life. If it drew a card, it'd be better, but like gaining 3 life is just like, for this thing, maybe they're playing some sort of like random nonsense that requires a lot of colors. I don't know. Well, I haven't drawn well, though. Like, drawing 2 blue cards after keeping a No Islands hand is not good, although both these cards are pretty solid. I'm going to blow up my Keldon Warcaller or whatever. Alright, they're on, like... they're on something sweet. They must have some bomb rares. Okay, this thing, cool. Fervent Strike it. Lose your card. I'll trade 1 mana in a card for a card that costs 3 mana. I think that's fair. This is a 5-color deck. I should probably be scared, I guess. Because they can cast a lot of different things that are available. Maybe they're like 5-color just legends. Oh, yes! 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 This is awesome. Alright, this thing's totally getting squeed, but, yes. Freaking Joda? Archmage Eternal, you can pay like anything to cast anything. Oh my god. This is friggin' awesome. Like, what are they doing? Oh, yes. Like, I am loving it, guys. Like, that is sweet. The fact they're doing this in Limited is friggin' awesome. Man, like, wow. Like, that is sick. Dude, I'm like, they may think I'm trolling them. Like, I'm like certainly very impressed by their deck. Land. Thank you, deck. What's our best draw on the deck? Siege Gang Commander or the Sphinx would be good. I really don't want to make a wall out of this 2-3. I don't think it's good enough to do that, too. I mean, what's it going to do? It just blocks out my squee right now is all it does. Alright, dub. Get some first striking action. Could turn him into a dubbed wall. Oh god, that's a blowout. Oh my goodness. I'll attack with both. I mean, I think he's obliged to block the Keldon Warlord or Warcaller. Is that going to work, or do you have like a Fervent Strike? Oh, Fervent Strike wouldn't do it here, would it? So 2 for 1, and even, yep, and even get some damage over the top. That feels really good. Run Amok, not a great card, but also not a horrendous one either. Well, you have every color of the colors of magic. Alright, so you're playing a first striking flyer. Okay. Taste it. I could have deep frozen that, but like, yeah, I don't think that's right. Okay. Well, you need a third blocker. And I can turn your Tiana into a wall, which means that they'll just, die while blocking my stuff. Comes an 0-4, right? Oh, Divination. That's totally cool. Well, you're dead then, man, because you take 2 off the squee. Alright, I'm pretty sure you're dead here. Alright, so the way that is a great draw. Okay, yeah, I was going to say. I'm just going to deep freeze that thing, because if they do have like a trick, then that could be bad. Well, Howling Golem is really bad in this matchup. What did their removal look like? Not good. I mean, Jousting Lance is really slow. Why don't we just go with another Frenzied Rage? It can't be right, but yeah. Yeah, I think I like Frenzied Rage better in this matchup. He's like playing like one big bomb. Like his game plan is like bombs. And like you cast bombs, you're tapped out, you have one thing, put Frenzied Rage on your nonsense, and like just attack over the top of it and like make it about tempo. So I think I like that idea. All right, so we have Siege Gang. We don't have a ton of land, and we have a Deep Freeze is dead. But we have two drops, enough land to cast him in a short sword. Keep. On the draw, yeah, Siege Gang is just one of those cards. Like, all right, man, you got your 1/1. I guess if you can activate it a bunch, it's not bad. But like a 1/1 in Limited. Oh well, we're gonna see. Maybe he's just going to dub it. Just dubstep that thing. All right. Navigator's Compass. Now you're like getting to see a card and like manipulate your top deck for a card that essentially says I do nothing. Like, I don't know. I'm not high on Navigator's Compass. Maybe it is better in a deck that's playing a Joda and like another like legend that's of different colors. It's probably fine. All right, two-headed Giant. I'm going to get out the Keldon Warcaller because if this gets removed, again, I have Siege Gang in hand this time, so the Goblin is slightly better. It's got more upside to it. Alright, well, their mana looks like it can do what they probably need it to do. Alright, well, a thing. What does this take? You have to enchant it with something? I feel like oftentimes it's not going to be good enough. Yeah, he needs to be enchanted or equipped, right? Get in there for your 1. Cool. Well, got a sick 1-drop sword, 2-drop, 2-drop on turn 3 plus sword equip going on here. Yeah, we'll get in. And we're hitting our mana, so we're going to have a 4/4 on the next turn. I would like to hit a blue land next turn, an island. Get in there for 3. Now, if they equip this thing up with something, yeah, it's a beating. Like, that's a pretty big beating. But what can you do? And who knows what they're playing. Like, they're playing nonsense is what they're playing. More Artificer's Assistance. Okay. You're just getting in there with that thing. Alright, cool. Oh, there's a giant. There's a big dude. There's a big old man. The 2-headed giant. Not a 4As, but 2-headed giant nonetheless. Probably better than that card is. Alright, get in there, you two. Alright. He's finally putting these 1/1s in front of my nonsense. Suppose we can deep freeze anything we may need to deep freeze. Alright, they get to scry again. Do I want to deep freeze that thing? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Double strike. Taste it. They're putting the Artificer's Assistant in front of that thing all day long. And a Siege Gang. Oh, Siege Gang just feels great. Now, hopefully they don't have like that burn spell that does 1 damage to everything, because that would be a beating. But I don't see how they get out of this now on 1 card in hand. Alright, well, they're going to gain some more random life. Okay. I'll promise you I'm trading with this. And yeah, you can get in for 3. Racing a Siege Gang does not feel great, though. Actually, are they just dead? Not quite. Alright, he gets Menace this time. I'm not going to ice that thing. Okay. Card does nothing. Yeah, if you can want to just mail yourself, you can. You realistically have to block. Okay, well, Siege Gang Commander is good in Cube, or as good in Limited as it is in Cube, especially when you have time to cast it. Go into Game 3. Alright, that deck, that last opponent's deck, though, like, I really wanted to, like, look through their deck. Like, that deck just, like, the payoff to have to go that way, either they're having a lot of fun, which, yeah, they're having fun. Like, that's a given, like, because their deck is 5-color, like, legend monsters. But, yeah, man, like, I'm thinking about PMing them after this just to be like, hey, dude, like, I really want to know, like, what was in your deck? Like, it looked awesome. Like, have you had success with it? Because maybe they have... Alright. I certainly feel good about our deck. I think our deck is pretty solid. Tons of value. Like, just a lot of value. Yeah, this hand's good. Run Amok, I guess, combos sort of well with Tetsuko. Tetsuko probably could come out. He is still a 1/3 that just blocks what Link can always get in. I don't know. He's close. Like I said, he does combo well with our 5-drop. Rather be on the play with this hand, but that's probably generally true for this deck. Alright. See some mountains. I got a turn 1. Nope. We going to see white or blue mana. I think it's generally going to be, white, black, or red, green. All right, Corrosive Ooze. Well, that's good against my equipment package. All right, Warcaller, go. I guess I could have played out Tetsuko just to block and force a trick out of them. If they attack, am I going to block it? No, probably not. Yeah, you got me. Alright, this thing. Alright, you're not slamming into Fervent Strike. Alright. Play out Tetsuko. Shivan Fire. That'd be a sick blowout, but I'm gonna go for it. It does work. That feels like a huge beating then. I didn't expect it to work out, but the way I was looking at it, I got a flyer next turn, and if it works out, like I'm just probably winning. Like right, like I get damage over the top. They have an open board. They probably have some big dumb dudes, but I have Deep Freeze for those, and then I have Cloud Reader Sphinx, and my board has 3 threats on it, and they have a hasted 3/1, which they're not going to attack with. Okay. And you can trade. Then I'll get to Scry. And look for Siege Gang Commander. Because Siege Gang Commander is love, is life. It's Siege Gang Commander, right? I think I bottom Fervent Strike, but top Shivan Fire. I don't think Fervent Strike I certainly bottom, but Shivan Fire is questionable because I have 2 pieces of removal, but I'd rather have my ground stay open. And Deep Freeze is kind of bad removal that way. Like it just doesn't keep the ground open. I guess I do have this thing, Umezawa, Tetsuko Umezawa. Wizard's Lightning? Yeah, cool, dude. Still taking 4. And I'll probably just Shivan Fire your next threat. It's too bad Shivan Fire is not Burst Lightning, because that would be a lot better. Burst Lightning is just like one of the best red 1-drop burn spells, I think, of all time. It's really up there. Alright, that sucks. So they have some good control cards as well. I was putting them more on a stompy list. I actually don't think I want to cast the Shivan Fire now. Alright. Well, now I do. Oh, yes. Siege Gang. Where have you been all my life? I mean, does it really feel fair to win off Siege Gang Commander? No. But I hope it's a rare. Yeah, it's a rare. Okay. Do I need to change anything here? Like, they're just removing things. So, like, I probably want to go up on threat count. I feel like. So, like, maybe Frenzied Rage out. Keldon Raider in. Or Rampaging Cyclops may be better. Another Keldon Warcaller. Yeah, probably just another Warcaller. I think over the Rage. The Rage seems bad against this guy's deck. Could even Skurg honestly, you know, I was talking shit on Skurg Prospector. We could have played it in this deck, and like it wouldn't be half bad. Squee also seems good against this opponent's deck because it just doesn't die like ever. This is probably the best deck I've drafted up to this point. I think the last deck I drafted was probably the most fun to play. This one has some quality cards. Like like Siege Gang is just a bomb. Like that card, like I feel like if you get it and they can't answer it immediately, like the game just ends. And if you ever resolve it in a long game situation, like where you're just both top decking and you have a lot of lands, like it's also just, you know, probably good night to them. So, I mean, this hand has quality cards, but it's one land short. Jousting Lance is bad in this matchup. I'm going to mull here on the draw. I don't want to lose to Mana Screw. Yeah, we'll keep this. I'll put that on top. I don't think it's per se great, but I mean, I do need to eventually get to 4. 1 drop. Yeah. These 1 drops are literally just in here to be 1 drops. That's all they're here for. Alright, this thing. We're totally going to bluff the combat trick we showed them last time, so I'm going to slam in there, not even think about it or act like I'm thinking about it. Yeah. I think that's a pretty easy call there. And I'll resolve this at the end step and still have the ability to bluff. That's a thing I can do. After having seen Run Amok, I think they're probably going to be sizably concerned that I have it available to me. Alright, it's a good card. Goblin Barrage does deal with it well, though. So they obviously do have some fatties, so they pass this fat back out. And it can attack, but I'll just attack back, and I'll just barrage away their Baloth Gorger. Or do I want to just get the 2-headed giant down? The one thing this deck is lacking is removal. That's why you have Siege Gang Commander. I guess we do have 2 barrages as well and 1 Shivan Fire. Goblin Barrage is kind of like... It's situationally good in this deck. It's situationally made pretty decent in this deck by Squee. Like I said, I probably do want to draw 1 Squee during this game at some point because he is just very good at valuing them out. Alright, we'll take 4. Get in there, you. Okay, what does this thing do? Oh, blow up your big cards. Juggernaut would have been a bad play there, I think, because I'd rather not trade it off for the Gorger. If they attack, do I call bluff? Probably not, but they also shouldn't attack if they're just trying to bluff if that's all they have in hand. We know they have the burn card, so I'm not going to cast Juggernaut first. I'm going to wait for a tap-out situation to do that. And I'm going to stop there for a second to try to still tell them, hey, I still have my Fervent Strike, but they probably know at this point I don't. I'm trying to think when I had an opportunity to use it. Like, I guess the turn they attacked me, I could have possibly used it, but I think it's a weaker line than just trying to kill their thing, and they probably would have thought the same thing. The 2-headed giant is harder to kill. That's why I played it first. It has 4 toughness as opposed to 3. But it looks like we're going to get Shivan Fired out. Yeah, they're going to kick Shivan Fire to get it. Okay, well, they got it. Cool. Lots of removal. I think it was a better play than playing out the Jug. And if they attack, I'm not blocking. Like, I'm not going to... Well... That's the question, right? Like, is double blocking worth the removal spell? Depends on how much removal they have. But they obviously have a lot in their deck. No, they're not attacking. Alright, they're hanging back. Well, more land is no bueno, but here you go. 5-3, and go. Yeah, now they know I don't have it, but I'm not gonna bluff that hard, especially into 3 cards. That seems like folly to me. I'm just gonna hope to out-top deck them with higher quality rares. Namely, a Siege Gang Commander. Or actually, Squee would not be bad from this position. Or Barrage, or Shivan Fire would be good to remove the Crozen Druid so we can start attacking again. Of note, they did not kill my Juggernaut. So, alright, looks like they're going to do it now. Alright, they blew up the Juggernaut. Juggernaut down. Do I trade here? Yeah, I'll trade you. Squee! Alright, just play the land down. I don't have any reason to hide it. And if they have removal, like, I'll double block the Croson Druid at this point. If they have removal for one of my 2 threats, like, it's still just a 1-for-1 because Squee is... I'm not guaranteed a great top deck, and Squee is coming back regardless. I don't think red-green has a way of getting rid of Squee permanently other than, like, removing him temporarily. Alright, well, I'm actually going to continue to play lands because I think it behooves me to against red-green because they're never going to make me discard... Well, I guess... Yeah, they're never going to make me discard, and 2, like... I have Siege Gang in my deck, and I would prefer to, draw it and be able to remove something, like, instantly. Undo. Oh, yeah, Siege Gang Commander. Taste it. Taste the Siege Gang. Well, if you're out of removal, you're in trouble. You have like a Grun the Last, or Lonely King, or whatever it is. Hard telling. I mean, if they do nothing... If they try to remove the Siege Gang, I just throw it at something. Throw it at their face, probably. Which would be unfortunate, because I don't really have a lot else going on here. I would like to get an untap with Siege Gang, because that's where Siege Gang becomes just disgusting. I mean, he is, what? I mean, on this board he's recursive damage because of Squee. Obviously, it's not the highest tempo play, but it's very value-oriented. I mean, if you have a way to remove the Squee, you probably do. Alright, yep, Goblin a Barrage. Do I kill the mana or shoot him? This is 2 mana still, right? Yep, unfortunately. So, infinite removal deck, Fire Intervention, Barrage, Shivan Fire. We saw a lot of removal this game. Ooh. I mean, I could bluff. Bottom this, top this. I mean, do we get in there with Squee and company? Yeah, probably. I don't really care if they eat my Gitu whatever thing. I think the damage is more relevant. Like the 5 damage is more relevant here, down to 10. Let's do the Barrage in route. Get a full attack next turn. I mean, they probably have more removal for my Cloud Reader Sphinx, but eh. I think we just need to limit their draws, because they probably are playing some, like, just big bombs. Alright, more just, like, removal all day long. Removal all day, every day. Okay, well, we could attack here, but I think what we end up doing is shooting this, shooting them, sacking Squee, doing 4, doing 2 more, down to 4, replay Squee. Yeah, this feels good. Okay. Well, we have another Goblin Barrage in the deck, which... Oh, wait, no, we don't. We've cast both our Goblin Barrages, so that's gone. Well, what have you got, my man? What have you got? We do have another Squee, but unfortunately, Squee is not better in multiples. So there's that. I do like at least one, though. I think he is like, I think playing 2 is right, but alright, we're getting kicked here. It's just like the lonely troll dude. Oh, we just blew up the board. Alright, cool. Oop. Well, now equipment would be a good pull off the top. 2 cards that beat through the card he's currently got. Opponent's removal quality is high, but their threats look kind of lacking. And Squee is certainly good against removal. Like I was saying, I think Squee is stellar in this matchup. Alright, do you have a good threat? Yeah, unfortunately you do. It'll at a minimum trade for my keeper. Question is, do I attack with both? I think the answer is yes, I do. Yep. And I assume you block Squee. You don't block Squee. Alright. Well. They have, like, they could have a G2 Chronicler and get back the Fire Intervention, or not the Fire Intervention, the Fight with Fire and just win with that. Alright, well, they probably have removal. But our deck is certainly being kind to us. Now we're a 16 lander and we have 8 in play. And we're halfway through our deck. Yeah, it's playing out about right. Wizard's Lightning, yep, cool. I assume you have to block here, unless you're going to remove this as well. Yep. Alright, another 2-2. Go ahead. Their removal is sick, though. Like, just look at this removal. Yes! Alright. Oh, we didn't get a QP? Wonder why. Interesting. This is intermediate. Anyways, that was draft number 3. So 2-1 and then 2 3-0s in Dominaria Limited. Very fun format. I've gotten to draft some sick decks. I've had fun with them all. I think this last deck I drafted probably was one of the better ones. Like, having Siege Gang just feels like the nuts. Like, our opponent's deck looks sweet too, but like the problem with like the all removal deck is like at a certain point, like there's diminishing returns on removal, and obviously Squee helps out in that regard too, because it's like, hey dude, like, are you really going to remove a Squee? I mean, for tempo maybe, but like if you don't have the right mix of threats plus removal, I've found in like limited formats, even if you can have all the removal, and like people always say like, oh, take the removal first, and I don't think that's wrong. Like, I think you take bombs first. Like, depending on the format, you generally take bombs first, then removal, and then threats. But when you take just all removal, like that's a general guideline, like when you're opening packs, but like when you take like all removal, like our opponent obviously did there, and like it served them well. Maybe they just drew poorly, but you know, if you have a high, if you're fighting against a very threat-rich deck, then you get to a point where like removing the threats, like, is just, it's you're not winning the game, and like eventually they just draw out of it because they have so many threats that, you know, or they get into a resilient threat like Squee and they just end up winning from it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the draft video. I definitely had fun playing it and drafting it, and I'll put probably both these draft videos up for your enjoyment. All right, take care now, guys.